Hi everyone, this is my tutorial on how I made my wreath card. Hope you'll be able to understand what I'm doing. This is my first time, so I'm a little bit nervous. So the first thing is get the card blank 8x8 and just literally cut it in half. So you've just got the folded. Keep the bits because they'll always be useful later for something. And then you want to get your green card. I'm using aquamarine, Chloe's aquamarine card, and you want to just cut two pieces which are 19.2 centimetres and 9.5 centimetres, just so they sort of fit nicely like that. And you want one there and obviously one for the back there, and then put them to one side. And then you want to get your frames. This is the Chloe's circle frames, and I've just taken from the, sorry, I'm reading from a little script that I wrote. I use the 9th and the 12th from the outside edge. So working your way in, that's the number 9, that's the number 12. And then I've just taped them together with a little bit of tape. And you want to place them on the silver card. I put them together, so just cut two together, just saves a bit of time. And I put them there. So pop that in your die cutter, and then once you've done that, you want to cut two halves. So just place it again over there. It doesn't matter that you're missing something because you just literally need half and a half. So that's the excess, which you can't waste that. That will be used later for something else. So then you've got your two frames, one back, one front, and then your two halves, which are going to be cut down to halves later for the inside of your card. And then to strengthen it up a little bit, because the first one I did, it was really a little bit floppy. So I've just cut, it's quite thick acetate. So what I did, I just literally drew around the inside of this frame just with a pen. Test the pen first to see if it rubs off, because if you don't rub it off, it might show through the card. But any kind of just a fine nib pen would do, maybe even a biro, because you can always rub that off after, I found out. So you've got that, take that out, and then that's all you're going to need for your frame for. So you're going to take your inner one out of the frame there, put the big one to one side. So the inner one is going to be used to cut your card first. So get your tape ready. And your ruler. And just trying to find my notes, because I've done it all out of sequence. Here we go. So you want to cut in so it's even-ish. So 3.5, which is roughly there. So hold that in place. Now I can see that's not right. So 3.5 in the middle of the die, roughly there. Go to there, and that's roughly 3.5. You don't have to be super exact because most of it's going to be covered over anyway, but, and then move it up slightly, and you want to make sure that the inside of the frame is sort of half. So I did measure before at 1 1/4. I work in inches and centimetres. I'm afraid I'm a bit strange. So it's roughly 1 1/4 inches, 0.2. So my little 1 1/4 will be there, plus 2 little bits. So it's there. So it's just over 1/16. So just get it to there. Just move it up slightly, trying to keep it straight. So that, oh, wobbled in theory. Just needs to go over a fraction. Bit more. That'll do. So place it down like that. Get your machine ready. And then I'm using the Gemini. I just place it in the middle. Cutting mat, plastic shim, cutting mat. Pop it in the machine. There we go. Gently remove that, as last time I ripped my card. Doesn't really matter because you're going to be going over it with the aquamarine. See, rip the card, never mind. These things happen. That is now the back of the card. I'm not doing very well with this one, am I? Right, that do. Take that out. Bin that because that's ruined. On the next piece of sticky tape, I will, right, turn that round. So this is now the front of the card. So it looks like that. Okay, put that to one side. Get some fresh tape, but this time so it's not so sticky. Just get rid of the stick. Alright, just put these to one side. And then you want to get your, oops. So these two. I'm going to cut them both together. I don't normally, but I am going to this time. And just to secure them, I'm just going to put a little bit of tape. Just that, because if it rips it a little bit, we can use the inside. Okay. So I'm going to get that. Let's find the other measurements. There it is, 19. That's not that. Right, you know what? I'm just going to wing it because I can't find them. So, first thing to do Right, where you want this to go, line it up. Like that. Turn it over. Pencil. Draw around it. And then place it on there like that. Yeah, fingers crossed. It comes out okay. Right, fingers crossed. If it doesn't, just give it a little trim after. Right, let's see if it's worked. Looks okay. Right, keep them because you can always use them for something else. Put that over there. Right, peel that off gently. Right, and just get your card and just make sure that it lines up okay. Right, that's okay. Just turn it round just to make sure, because it's all going to get covered up, so it doesn't matter. Now, that's perfect. So that side will be that one. So what I do, now I've lined it up, I just write, this is the back, and that's the back. So they go together. Turn it over. That's the front, and that's the front. So once we've like stuck it all together, afterwards, just go in there and just trim it up, just so it's a little bit neat. And just put on there, front, so you know what you're doing. Okay, so that's that. Just put that there. Remember, you're just going to place it on, offer it up, and at least you can still move this around. Just stick it. Like that. And it comes out, don't worry. It can be rubbed off after, once it's dry. That, leave it. Wait until it's dry. Just get an ordinary rubber, my trusty old rubber. Wait till it's dry. It's dry. And just literally go over it. Takes it off. give it a little buff up. Use the end of my t-shirt. Gone. Right, I just want to slide that over just a little bit. Perfect. Then fold it back, turn it over, and you want to cut it off just slightly below the fold line. Because once you turn that over, you've got that little ridge there. Perfect. Bin them. Literally do exactly the same with the other side. Oops. Oh, no, nice wobbly line. Stick it down. Doesn't really match that bit. Doesn't really matter. Pick it up. That's as close as I'm going to get it, I think. And don't worry if it doesn't match, because it's going to be covered. So just don't worry too much. And the more you do, the better you get. I mean, this is my 5th one, and every one I've nearly done different because I've forgotten to do something. So don't worry about that. Just cut it just slightly underneath. And if it's not enough, no. I don't know. I think that's fine. No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to just give it just a weeny little more. Oh, I can't even get in there now. No, that'll do. I'm going to leave it as it is and keep messing around with it. Right, so let's pop the lid back on there. Like that. And then get some of this and just there. Just a little bit in there. Right. Place it down. Work from the outside edge, because that's where you're going to be trying to match it around the edge. Perfect. And then you can take your bunny ears off. There. There. And there. Okay, open it out, give it a little press. Now you can see that there. That's not matched, but don't worry, we can trim that after. You've got the main thing, which is the outside, and then flip it over, do exactly the same. Bone folder, stick the tape down, get a bit, put these up first, otherwise you get in a mess. We can go that way with that one. No, we won't. We can't, can we? Stupid. That way. That way. And then put your glue on. Put a little bit up there because I didn't reach it to this edge properly. Oh. Typical stage fright. Remember, you're matching the sides. So get the sides as near as you can to sort of equal each other. Okay, let's pop it down. Just notice my card is not exactly square, you can see it there, but we can sort that out after. It might not actually, oh, bits fell off, might not actually deter the way that the card sits, so let's just go in and get that other piece. And that, and those two. That's it. Just pop that all in the bin. And stick it down. Right, you've got your starting of your card. Okay. It's nicely finished off inside because you can see it. Obviously when you look through you can see it, so it's just finished off nicely. Right, let's give it a little trim up. So I'm a right hander, so I start this side and just follow the silver ridge. Doesn't have to be 100% perfect. A little bit fiddly, and just remember, don't cut your acetate because it will fall off. So go underneath the acetate and do exactly the same this way. Bit of glue there. Oh, it's gone. Just follow it round. Again, be careful coming up to the acetate. Right, bin that. Right, so that's all nicely trimmed. So working on the front, just push that down with your bone folder because you've manipulated the fibres in that. Right, so this is your frame. Okay, so it's going to be like that. This glue again, and this time you just want to put it around here. Don't worry about too much about getting the glue here because it's going to be stuck on the other side, so don't worry about that. Right, and just hold it into place. Just manoeuvre it if you have to. If you get a little bit of seepage glue come out, don't worry about it. I haven't got any at the moment, but I want to show you, if you do get it, literally get some pointy head tweezers or the end of your knife and literally just go like that or like that, and it will take the excess of the glue out of the way. Alright, you can see there's glue on the outside of this, but don't worry about that because it's going to get covered. And trusty old brush. Right, so that's your first one done. Turn it over. Now this one has got your acetate in, so just reminds me a little bit of a handbag, but as you can see, that is just going to give it a little bit of strength. Just line it up as best as you can, but this time you're going to go all the way around with the glue. So all the way around there and there, and stick it. Right, before you really push it together hard, make sure it's in sort of lined up. Sparklicious. Right, I think that is quite good. So press it down, and then we're just going to pop it to one side just to give it a bit of time to dry. Like that. Okay, I'm not going to open it out just yet because I want to give it time to set, the glue to set before. I am very tempted to show you, but I'm not going to because it might ruin it. So just leave it like that, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, and that'll give you time to, I'm going to put some little gems on these, and it'll give you time to arrange your flowers how you would like them to go. So I'm just going to pop the green one out the way. So the white one I did, the black and white one that I did, I arranged it like that, which I'm going to do basically the same sort of layout as I did on this one. Let's turn it round. So that's the black and white one. I can't show you the other ones because I sold them, so I can't show you those ones. So that's going to be like that. And any kind of sentiment. I wasn't going to put anything there, but I thought it needed it. But of course I didn't make room for it, so it's just gone over one of these, but I think it's okay. That's the Christmas rose, which is beautiful. I just put these ones, I just put the little gems, just ordinary silver gems. Chloe sells them. They're slightly smaller than these ones, but they're the same sort of thing. Did it on those ones. On the little ones here, I just got any old beady thing, put some of this glue over it and just covered it with the glitter. So what I'm going to do, stick that out of the way, stick this one out of the way, and we are going to make the centres for these. Just a little, I sacrificed a block. As you can see, it's full of, well, actually I've sacrificed two because this one was ruined anyway. So I've sacrificed 2 blocks, and what I do, I get some tape, just stick it on. Peel that off. Right, and get your gems. Now, gems are we going to have? I think we don't want them too big, so I'm just going to go with these ones. Just some the wrong colour. We just need plain white ones really. Would you believe it? Because I'm looking for them, I can't find them in the trolley department. There's Chloe's ones. Slightly smaller, but same sort of thing. Right. Here's the finished wreath card. Hope I've been some help, and thank you for watching. Bye.